My name is Hisham Abdallah. I'm a 19-year-old full-time Amazon FBA seller, and in this video, I want to go over the honest results that I've had within my business in the past year and a half being in business. So I started this business right after I graduated high school, and I used up all my graduation money to invest in the business. Now, the one thing that really attracted me to the business in the first place is that I did not need to start my own brand, nor did I need to create my own product. I currently operate within 3 business models, and those models consist of online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, and wholesale. Now, online and retail arbitrage are the exact same thing, except retail arbitrage is buying products in stores, while online arbitrage is buying products online. Now, what that means is I'm buying already brand name products. Now, wholesale is the exact same thing, except I'm buying from actual wholesalers and distribution companies and buying in bulk and reselling it for profit on Amazon. And one of the best parts about this business is that it's very low barrier entry, meaning you don't need a startup of like $10,000 to $20,000 in your pocket to start this thing up. And in my first month in business, I cracked about $1,000 in sales. Now, just so you know, when it comes to Amazon FBA, if you're not doing private label and you're doing reselling, your margins are typically going to be a lot lower. Private label, you want to operate at minimum, I'd say 40-50% profit margins. But with arbitrage and wholesale, I'm operating at around 15 to 20% profit margins. Now at scale, that's pretty good, right? If I'm doing $100,000 a month in revenue, I'm still making 15-20 grand profit. Which means to make 15-20 grand profit, you would need to leverage around $40,000-$50,000 a month in spending capital to attain that goal. But don't be alarmed. I know that seems like a ton of money, but once you see the concept of things and see sales rolling through, this business becomes less hard and becomes just more of a scaling game. And that goes to show in my 5th month on Amazon, I cracked over $100,000 in that month alone in revenue. Now, mind you, that was during the hottest time of the year, which was last Q4 in December, during obviously the biggest holiday ever, Christmas. And obviously during Q4, that's where a lot of Amazon sellers, especially in the arbitrage space, are going to make their most profits throughout their entire year. Matter of fact, it's totally normal to make 40% of your yearly profits strictly within Q4 time alone. And if you're playing your cards right, it should be that way. But not to get too off track, after my first month of making, $200 in profit, I realized quickly that there was a massive opportunity that I had to seize. And it was strictly just leveraging capital to buy more product. Because after I made my first $1,000 in sales, then I made my next $10,000 2 months after that. And really the only difference was just buying more product. Now, don't get me wrong, it was never all sunshine and rainbows. Of course, like every entrepreneur, I did lose money in the process. Matter of fact, my 2nd month in Amazon, I lost $5,000 on a product. Now, of course, from that lesson alone, I learned a lot. Number one, after the loss, I really made it a priority to maximize all the softwares that I was looking into when buying product. One of those softwares being Keepa. If you don't know what Keepa is, it is the holy grail of Amazon arbitrage. Keepa is going to tell you exactly the velocity at which a product sells, how fast it sells, how stable is the market on it, how long has the listing been around, and essentially just giving you the red or green flags as an Amazon seller to make the buy or to not make the buy. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, yeah, after that, I did 200, 300K, 40. That's not what happened at all. Matter of fact, January was one of my slowest months ever on Amazon. But ideally during Q1, so right after Q4, there's not many sales going on. For example, all these massive websites like Kohl's, Macy's, Puma, MAC Cosmetics, all these big websites that I buy product from, they were not really pushing any sales, which was really not giving me an opportunity to buy any products. Now, of course, that goes to show business is not always going to be an inclining roller coaster. There's going to be ups and downs. But what that did was it led me to a new opportunity, and that opportunity is known as wholesale. You see, arbitrage is a very seasonal business, meaning there's going to be peak sales, for example, like Q4, and then there's going to be massive downfalls, for example, Q1, where I really can't buy much product. So after realizing that online and retail arbitrage was not always going to be sustainable, I dove right into wholesale. I ended up incorporating wholesale into my business, which added the longevity term and added a lot more sustainability as well. Now, I did not cut off online or retail arbitrage completely at all, and I still didn't, because the margins in arbitrage are typically going to be a lot better than wholesale most of the time. Now, obviously, there's going to be scenarios where your margins are a lot better in wholesale because you have a better deal. But for the most part, wholesale is a volume game, meaning your margins are typically going to be a little lower, but at the end of the day, it's more sustainable. And the more you spend, the more money you make, and there's really no seasonality like OA and RA. But that's what also makes OA and RA a little bit more attractive in the sense that the margins are typically a lot better. Now, with Q4 being here, I'm gonna slow down a lot on wholesale and more so put a lot of my money into arbitrage. And that's because the truth is, arbitrage is gonna be a lot better margins compared to wholesale. And during December, Q4, biggest time of the year, everybody's gonna be shopping on Amazon. Everybody's gonna be paying the extra $30 for expedited shipping. And in the end, it's just more feasible to buy products from already big retailers and resell them on Amazon rather than going to a distributor, buying a whole pallet of one ASIN when I could diversify through multiple ASINs and go deep on all those products and make a lot more money and get my cash flow a lot quicker as well. But wholesale carried the entire way through the spring after that Q4 season. And then when back to school came around, I really went deep into online arbitrage products for all the school products, bags, clothing, shoes, etc. But collectively, in my first year on Amazon, I made around $88,345.59 to be exact. Now, obviously, that's with my own accounting, and I use the software Sellerboard to track all my profits, so give or take $5,000. But now within my Amazon journey, I'm pretty much taking it full time. As you can see, I've upgraded my warehouse. I have pallets behind me ready to be shipped out to Amazon, and we're currently scaling to this day. And the best part about this business is it's really not gonna go anywhere for the next 10, 20 years. Amazon's gonna be around here for years and probably decades to remember. But anyways, those are my honest results in Amazon. I've done pretty good my first year in business. I'm actually planning on crushing last quarter four's goals by a milestone. This quarter four, I wanna do at least $40,000 profit in the month of December, and $60,000 profit collectively through quarter four minimum. Now, obviously those are massive numbers, especially for a 19-year-old entrepreneur, but me, I love to shoot high, and I'll throw myself in the fire. Now, you need to understand that the market changes, things happen, things fluctuate, and that things are not really always gonna be the same. And that's why I recommend you, if you have not taken action, I recommend you do that ASAP, because you never know when you might not have this opportunity again. And I promise I'm gonna do a checkup video right after quarter four to show you guys exactly what we did and if we crushed my actual goals that I have written down right now. And for those of you who are serious and really want to scale this thing and have one-on-one guidance to help you build, scale, and take this thing full-time eventually, I've helped multiple students, and I'll pop them up right up here on the screen, crush their goals in Amazon. And if you want one of those testimonials to be you, feel free to book a one-on-one call with me below. In the description, I'm going to drop a calendar link for you to book a one-on-one call with me. And on that call, I'm pretty much going to see exactly how I can help you out. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a sub, like, comment, and share. And also feel free to follow me on Instagram as well at ecomhish. I post a lot of content and I'm very active on Instagram as well. And I'm also going to drop my Discord link below. I have a community in there full of like-minded Amazon sellers that are trying to crush their goals and make this into a full-time operation if they haven't already. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in.